What's going on, everybody? I wanted to speak on something that has been going through my mind. I saw there's been a lot of talk about Kanye, or Ye, um, throughout the world, basically, um, and mostly among black people. There's been talk about Kanye, or there's a lot of talk about Kanye, mostly in the negative. Um, and I've been, I go on YouTube and I listen to comments from our people, those who I I was gonna say defend him, but I don't think it's defending him. I think it's just standing with him, simply because he's a black man who has made a mistake, and we've all been there: black, yellow, green, white, brown, but mainly black people. So I was listening to something with Mike Tyson and uh, Matt Barnes and uh, uh, Ice Cube, and these three individuals, in of itself, they were saying, Mike Tyson could be heard in the background. What that nigga say? Puffing. Mike Tyson is a puffer now. And Ice Cube was speaking on something that Kanye uh, um, mentioned him as one of the reasons why he's doing, I guess, what some of the things he was inspired by Ice Cube. And Matt Barnes, he went on another one of his crazy rants, as Matt Barnes stated. It's ironic to me because Matt Barnes came into defense of Kyrie and immediately flipped the script. He came into defense of the Boston Celtics. Not Kyrie. The Boston Celtics coach, and immediately flipped the script. Man, what he done, his atrocities, I can't back him on that, that kind of thing. And Ice Cube was simply saying, listen, nah, bro, don't put my name in it. You got to stand on your own with this one. Just listen to that language. You got to stand on your own with this one. Don't drag me into it against these people. But Ice Cube has been blackballed, and these same people that coming at Kanye West came at him, especially when he would show up, in defense of Minister Farrakhan. What? One of those, do you denounce some type of things? And then Mike Tyson was accused of rape, right? And he has claimed innocence to this day. And black people still buy Mike Tyson. I know I was one of them. Not defending Mike Tyson, but standing by him. And there's a difference. Because, like, if a person's doing something wrong and you defend that person for that wrong, then that's not right. But when you stand by somebody, right, even through their right or their wrong, you're saying, listen, when the smoke clears, right, we can get through this and we'll be here for you. That's standing by somebody. And so there's a difference, and I wanted to talk about that because these people who are coming at these black entertainers, these individuals who are being mowed down, as you would call it. You got to understand, and I'm talking about all the black entertainers, all the public figures, all of y'all. If you're black, you can sit here and say that you've reached the pinnacle of where you're at because of your talents, because of your education, because of your knowledge. You can say all that. But the bottom line is you were hand-picked. You were hand-picked. You were hand-picked. There was a scenario given by the minister about the crabs in the barrel and how the crabs scuffle and fight to get out of the barrel. They want out. Tired of being there with the rest of you goddamn crabs. I want out. But none of the crabs actually get out of the barrel on their own. Crabs don't get out of the barrel on their own, right? So the owner of the crab barrel sticks his hand in there and he grabs the crab, cleans it up, polish it, makes it presentable, and turns it back towards the other crabs. And you know, metaphorically, this is what you have to do to get out of that barrel. You just can't get out of that barrel. You got to do what I'm doing. So the thing that the people who are not for any of us, not for them, not for us, people in power, they just want these people that they pick to stay in line, right? Promote their agenda and don't wake up the dead, so to speak. Don't turn anybody against us. Don't give your people knowledge. We don't care about them having knowledge. We can't control them and use them up if they have knowledge. So we definitely don't want you doing that. This is what Jesus was doing to the masses. He was teaching them and enlightening them so that they wouldn't be used. And those in power were livid, upset. He got to die. This was their attitude. And so when you're handpicked and you're given money and prestige because they know that our people, right, are persuaded, not just our people, all people, but black people in particular, money is the driving fuel for everything. And the moment one of those hand-picked people become conscious or enlightened and they get attacked by those who gave them the money and took them out of the crab barrel, and it's also an example is made too that, listen, if we ever pick you and take you out of that crab barrel and you do what this idiot, so they call it, if you do what this idiot tries to do, this is what's going to happen to you. This is how it's being played out. This is what it is. This is the reality of what's going on. So we have no mercy and we have no forgiveness. None. I'm going to speak personally. Like, I am tired of being irrational, making decisions off the cuff, running my mouth off the cuff, looking at a situation at the first time and just sprouting off with my feelings and emotions. Some people say, man, I like what you be saying in the videos, and this, that, and that, and this. But for real, I'm an idiot. I'm a fool. Because only a fool speaks off the cuff from his feelings and emotions. Acts off the cuff from his feelings and emotions, right? Oh, a person with any kind of who's grounded or sound of mind steps back and reflects, right? and goes full circle with a situation, and then they speak, or then they act. And I have not. I'm nowhere near there. And so most of the people in society are nowhere near being that. And like I've had people I've changed my disposition on the situation, or I revised the situation, and I saw it differently, and or I evolved in an opinion, or the way I seen something, and I had people attack me for it. That you one of the ones who came at him too. And I'm saying to myself, but so you're saying that I'm not allowed to evolve or see a situation better or differently? Because one thing for certain, two things for sure. God is always in play, whether you recognize him or not, whether you want to recognize him or not, whether you bury him deeply in your subconscious, whatever the case may be. God's immutable laws in play. And the Bible says, I believe, that God says he's a jealous God. Just think over that, right? You don't call on him. You don't think about him. You don't acknowledge him when he blesses you. You talk bad about him when something bad happens to you. Oh, God, why you let this happen to me? So a lot of times in God's law, if his mercy is on you and his forgiveness is on you, he tears you down. Sometimes it could be tragic. Sometimes it might not be so tragic, but either way, he's going to get your attention. The best way that his wisdom knows that your attention is going to be got, right? If it's taking your money, if it's losing a loved one, if it's losing a limb, losing your faculty, whatever the case may be, God is going to bring you down. And that's his mercy. That's his love. Because if he doesn't bring you down, he lets you keep on going on with your buffoonery and your ignorance, then that's sad in itself. So I just wanted to say that, yeah, we're divided. We're divided as a people. And we have no mercy and no forgiveness at all for each other. We don't stand with each other. And like I said, it's not about defending. We don't stand with each other. We don't say, man, listen, I watch your whole situation. You made mistakes, man. You know what I mean? I made mistakes with women. The situation with Kim Kardashian. And I told that stupid nigga, I knew she was going to do that. We all made mistakes. We've all made bad decisions. And nobody wants to be told, you stupid nigga, I knew you was going to have. Nobody wants to be told that. It's better to just say, listen, man, or listen, sister, we all mess up, but I'm here if you need me.